If I told you to embody the traits of an alien, supreme being, what if I told you to embody the state of God, the universe? What if I told you to embody a superpower, like a superhero? What if I told you to put a cape on your back and an S on your chest? How would that feel, right? You automatically feel that your posture's starting to improve. You're automatically starting to think differently. You start to believe in your goals more. You start to believe in what you want to achieve more. You feel aligned with source more. See, I'm nanu, right? I'm an alien, right? I consider myself extraterrestrial. I'm not of this world. I'm not of this reality. I'm bigger than the human experience, right? This experience is 1%, 0.1% of who I truly am. I'm magnificent. I'm omniscient. I'm omnipresent, right? When I go to sleep, I disappear, right? And I forget this life. I forget this world. I forget this reality. You're gone. And that's what we got to realize, is that all of these things don't mean anything because you lose them every single night in the 3D. You go back to your superpower. Some of us do lucid dreaming. Some of us go astral traveling. Some of us go navigate the universe. And we bring back gifts and tools and things that we need. We go and visit our ancestors. We go visit this and visit that, right? During our sleep, we go tap into our Akashic records. You are more than the physical being. Stop getting trapped in the matrix, being depressed, experiencing anxiety, worried about the job, worried about the vaccines, worried about the world, worried about war, worried about, this person's business over there. Mind your business. Stop looking on social media, other people's business, taking it on board as your own business. Yeah, we are curious beings and we want to know what's going on in the world. Reality TV, reality social media, reality this and that. All of this stuff is cool to do if you know who you are, right? You know that you are a part of this magnificent, omnipresent, omniscient, God-like, or God energy, universal energy. And you're operating from that space, you're operating from that belief, you're seeing the world through the eyes of source, you're speaking through the words of the universe. Every word that you speak has power. You can bless words onto people or you can curse words onto people. The intention behind your words matter, the intention behind your thoughts matter more than the actual words themselves. And so when you speak from the universe, speak from love, speak from the feminine, speak from power. And as you do that, as you cultivate these energies more and more, and the more you accept and surrender the ego, all right? You accept the ego because the ego is just doing its thing. Thinking negative thoughts, oh, I'm ugly today, oh, I put on weight, oh, I gotta go to work today. You're thinking all this stuff, but you want to transcend the ego, okay? Accept what the ego is, because the more you try and fight it, it's only you, the ego fighting the ego, right? When you try to fight something, it's the ego, right? When you're trying to change your thoughts and change the inner dialogue and change this and change that, trying to fight it, trying to think more positive, that is your ego trying to think more positive about the negative. It's a battle going on in your head, right? But what if we just accepted the fact that we have negative thoughts and surrender, right? Surrender to the heart, surrender these thoughts, surrender these ideas about positive thinking and just be. You're going to think negative. The more you try to fight negative thoughts, the more negative thoughts come up. The more you try to think positive thoughts, the more negative thoughts show up, right? And you can only consciously keep up with positive thoughts for so long. We have a part of our brain called the amygdala, or the first brain, the reptilian brain. The reptilian brain is designed to think negative, to worry, to focus on what's going wrong, to focus on any potential dangers. Why? Because we need to survive, right? So negative thoughts aren't bad. It's the intention behind the negative thoughts, right? The intention is what matters the most. And so when you're manifesting and you're creating your reality and you're creating it from the space of I'm an alien, nanny nanny, comment that below, nanny nanny, right? A nanny nanny, right? Right? You're an alien, you are extraterrestrial, you have a superpower. When you're operating from this space, what's going to happen? You're coming with a different kind of energy. Do you know what I mean? You're coming with a whole different world, a whole different energy, a whole different vibrational frequency, and it just feels good to be alive, right? As Ralph Smart would say, right? You're feeling good. Practice that daily, just being nanu. Then, now when it comes to manifesting, and you're bringing this intention to manifest something or create something in your life, you're creating it from this empowered intention. Not an intention of lack, not an intention that I need this thing, not an intention that I desire this thing, I have to have this thing. You are the universe now. You were experiencing being a part of the universe. You know, you have these superpowers. And so it's just like you flick a finger, boom, you know, you manifest it into your life, right? When I say manifest it into your life, I'm not saying like, boom, instantly it's going to come into your life. But what I'm saying is you set the intention and you just know. You got this knowingness, right? It's just like, it's done. It's done, it's done, it's done, it's done. You don't need to try and make it happen, hope for it to happen, worried about whether it's coming or not knowing whether it's working or not. You're nanu. So being this nanu, you can step into your own bubble of nanu and you're just living in your own world kind of thing. And you're just walking around like, yeah, I'm feeling good. Right? You feel secure within yourself, you feel empowered, you feel strong, you feel alive, you feel significant, you feel important, you feel validated. You don't need external validation, you don't need to try and take action, you just are being the action because you're nanu. You have superpowers. And so you are greatness, you are everything that you want to be now. You are everything that you need to be now. You are everything that you want to manifest now. In the spiritual realm, the only time is now. And so bring it all in now. Instead of projecting the future, I'm going to do it this way, that way, ideas, all of this stuff. Be with the now. Be with the isness. Left, right, up, down, male, female, yin, yang. Spiritual realm is just is. What do I mean by that? There is no male and female in the spiritual realm. Just is. There is no up and down in the spiritual realm. Just is. You know, if you're in space, like just imagine going into space, right? Which is out there somewhere, right? Space is also in here if we look at the atoms, right? Space. If we go to space, which way is up, which way is down? Which way is left, which way is right? Right? If we look at it in terms of let's say we was born in space, right? And in terms of Earth, you're born upside down, right? Your head's down and your feet is up. If you go into space, right? Is your head down, or is your head up? There is no up and down in space. It's just space. There is no left and right in space. It's just space, right? And so that's what we got to understand. If we're dealing with something that's infinite, There is no time. There is no space. And so we're dealing with is. Is God, universe, right? And so when we're manifesting, it just is. I don't need to try. I just know. I just be. It's just done. It's just easy. It's just effortless. It's just happy. It's just fulfillment. It's just passion. It's just joy. It just is. Don't need it to work. Don't need to be productive. Don't need to hustle. It just is. You could look at me. People will say I work hard all the time. Gavin, you work so hard. Me? No, it just is. I'm just doing stuff. I don't feel like I'm working. Right? It just is. You know, oftentimes people wake up and brush their teeth automatically and don't even remember they're doing it. They're just doing it. Right? They're just doing it. Or they'll be walking down the street and they don't even have to think about walking. They're just walking. They just is. They just is walking. Walk is. They're just walkies. They're just doing walkies. They're just walking without even thinking. Your heart's beating right now without even thinking, right? That's is. Right? It's automatic. Automation. Get your goals, get your manifestations on automation. You're not even thinking, it just is. Your manifestations just is. Does that make sense? So do we need discipline? Do we need courage? Do we need to work hard? Do we need to push ourselves? No. Those are all concepts of the ego. All right? If you are in is and if you have passion, you got this burning fire inside of you, this like your heart just right? Just burning inside of you, right? It's just lit. You're just lit all the time, just like the sun's just lit, right? All the time. Do you need discipline? No. The sun doesn't need discipline. It just is. It's just doing its thing. A tree is just being is. It doesn't need discipline. It just is. Okay? And so you don't need discipline. Lose the idea that you need discipline. As a chosen one, you're not supposed to function on the same template of these people that are ego-based and need discipline. Right? And like, you need to hard work, right? Hustle, grind, right? I've been there, done that. Wasn't congruent with my soul. It wasn't congruent with my spirituality. So I rewired my brain to be is. I'm just passion. I'm just love. I'm just enjoying myself, right? So can you get my point? Do you get my point? Do you understand? Comment below if you understand. Say, I understand, Gavin. I understand. I overstand. I understand. We want to get grounded here on earth in a spiritual way rather than an ego-based way. Grounded here on earth naturally, not inauthentically or inorganically. The inorganic ones are teaching us to ground ourselves here inorganically by needing things. You don't need things. Stop desiring for things. It takes you away from being organic. They're changing our foods to be inorganic. They're taking the seeds out of grapes. Grapes should have seeds. Even bananas should have seeds. Okay, let me show you something real quick. All right, these right here are real bananas. All right, the bananas that you get in the shop, the bigger ones, they're not real bananas. These bananas, they have little black seeds in them. You can't taste them or you can't feel them in your mouth. They're so tiny. They're little black seeds in the middle. If your bananas do not have those seeds in it, all right, chances are it's not real. Right? It should have seeds. Right? They say fruits have seeds in, right? Vegetables don't have seeds. Cucumber has seeds. If you got a cucumber and there's no seeds in there, it's not a cucumber. Do not call it a cucumber. All right. So the inorganic ones are even trying to take the seed out of an avocado. They want to do that. They want to GMO the avocado. Why are they doing this? Right? So I'm supposed to follow not having the feminine dynamic in my life. No seed, no egg. Everybody comes from an egg. Every plant comes from a seed. We need seeds and eggs. That's the feminine dynamic. Right? That's the first energy in our reality, the feminine dynamic. Feminine dynamic in our reality, in nature, always comes first. Right? The masculine dynamic impregnates, well, you know, it's the life that brings life to the egg, right? Boom. And this thing grows into a thing, right? And so why would we not want to put feminine energy into us, the feminine dynamic into us, right? And allowing ourselves to grow and expand in that way. Okay, if you got a woman in your life, you need to appreciate the feminine dynamic. Masculine dynamics also need to be appreciated equivalently, but you know, we have this problem in our reality right now with relationships, which I don't want to get into too much, but relationships is a big problem right now because there's a lack of appreciation for what the masculine energy does, the man does, and what the feminine energy does, the woman does, the womb man, right? There's a lack of appreciation. Oh, I don't need a man. I don't need this and that, like whatever. And then men are just like, oh, I'm going my own way, right? You know, there's huge confusion in the dating market, relationship market right now. Why? Because we're not being nanu. We're not realizing our superpowers. We're not coming back to truth. We're getting distracted by eating foods that don't have any seeds, that don't have the feminine dynamic in. All right, we're getting distracted by the inorganic ones. And so we want to get back to the self. We want to get back to ourselves, realizing our power, creating through empowered intention, and transforming our lives that way. If you're someone that would like to advance your gifts, your skill sets, your mindsets, you want to reprogram your subconscious mind, get rid of your money blocks, get rid of what's resisting you, create financial freedom in your life, and radically transform your life in powerful ways, get the free energy reading and the manifestation diagnosis session in the description. All right. And check out this video over here on the 5 rules to decoding the matrix, and check over this video over here, what is 3-part series over here on raising your vibration correctly. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.